Before we start today's story, I want to give a quick shout out to Skyne the Archer. I hope I said your name right. Skyne suggested we dig into the lost ballpark of West Palm Beach, and they were absolutely right. It's a story worth telling. If you've got a forgotten stadium, a classic team, or a mystery you'd like to see covered, drop your ideas down in the comments. You never know, your suggestion just might become the next Bleacher Life story. So please, keep them coming. Together, we can make this community great by sharing our stories and personal history. Thanks to all who comment and help this thing grow. There's a Home Depot in West Palm Beach where Hank Aaron once hit batting practice, where young Joe Torre called the sand-blown diamond paradise, where Vladimir Guerrero and Pedro Martinez chased their first big league dreams. This is West Palm Beach Municipal Stadium, the field that built two dynasties, raised generations of players, and then vanished beneath the Florida sun. In 1962, West Palm Beach made $1 million bet on baseball. Developer Louis Perini, owner of the Milwaukee Braves, built a new stadium on scrubland west of downtown West Palm Beach. In the middle of nowhere is what the locals called it. And on March 9th, 1963, Mayor C. Ben Holman threw out the first pitch under overcast skies and swirling sand. The Kansas City A's beat the Milwaukee Braves 3-0 before 3,265 fans. With no trees or shade, sand blinded the players, but for 23-year-old Joe Torre, it was heaven. Paradise, he called it, because it meant you made it into the big leagues. What began as a Braves home soon became something revolutionary. The first dual-use spring training complex in Major League history. The Braves held the main stadium. The Montreal Expos used the adjoining fields. They shared the complex from 1969 to 1972 and again from 1981 to 1997. More than 2 decades that made West Palm Beach a living laboratory for baseball innovation. Every morning, young Expos prospects walked past Braves legends. Aaron, Niekro, Murphy, later Clavine, Maddox, and Smoltz. The proximity bred quiet rivalry and respect. A constant hum of competition that elevated both clubs. Spring was just the beginning. All summer long, the stadium pulsed with a minor league energy. The West Palm Beach Expos, Class A affiliate of Montreal, arrived in 1969, replacing the old West Palm Beach Braves, and stayed nearly 30 years. Fans packed the stands, families in lawn chairs, kids chasing autographs through the chain link fences, and then there was the orange dancing gorilla mascot, Willie P. Bananas, sharing the same initials as the city, WPB. The Expos captured league titles in 1974 and 1991, and their 1990 team, managed by Felipe Alou, went 92-40, later ranked among the top 100 minor league teams of the 20th century. This modest ballpark produced an unbelievable lineup of Hall of Famers. Players, managers, and executives who trained under the West Palm Beach sun and later took their place in Cooperstown. I'm going to list out all of the ones that I could find, and hopefully I got your favorite. If I missed somebody, please put your comments down below so we can all learn from this. Hank Aaron, Bobby Cox, Orlando Cepeda, Gary Carter, Andre Dawson, one of my faves, Vladimir Guerrero, Tom Clavine, Larry Walker, Greg Maddox, Eddie Matthews, Fred McGriff, Phil Niekro, Gaylord Perry, Tony Perez, Tim Raines, John Schuerholz, John Schmoltz, Warren Spahn, Bruce Sutter, Joe Torre, Pedro Martinez, Dick Williams, Hoyt Wilhelm. Every one of them left fingerprints on this field, from towering home runs to pitching clinics to championship banners. Their journeys all passed through West Palm Beach. But the Hall of Famers weren't alone. These fields shaped hundreds of other pros, names you might not remember, but who each carried a piece of this ballpark's history into the big leagues. Here's a list of all of the players that I could find. I know it's not exhaustive by any stretch, but I did want to give them a little bit of time on this as well, because they're important and they might be your favorite. So take a look at the list. Tell me if I missed anybody. So, in 1989, a new team moved in for one last unforgettable chapter. The West Palm Beach Tropics of the Senior Professional Baseball Association. Managed by Dick Williams and powered by veterans like Raleigh Fingers, they finished 52-20, winning the league championship in 1990. One of the owners was a young investor named John Henry, the same man who later owned the Florida Marlins and Boston Red Sox. For a brief winter, the old ballpark became baseball's fountain of youth. By the late 90s, the humble park couldn't keep pace with baseball's new era of luxury complexes. The Braves and Expos both sought upgrades. Their final spring game came on March 26, 1997. Montreal won 2-0. Then, on August 31st, 1997, the West Palm Beach Expos played their final minor league game before just 1,039 fans. Leading 1-0 in the ninth, two throwing errors let Adrian Beltre score from first. The Vero Beach Dodgers rallied 4-1. In the quiet afterward, a fan named Bob Lay knelt by the mound, scooping a handful of dirt into a plastic beer cup, taking home a piece of what was being lost. After that night, the lights never came back on. In 1997, the Jehovah's Witnesses bought the property. Now, from my understanding, they were more interested in the auditorium that was also on the property, so the ball field changed hands again, seemingly to more than one buyer. By 2002, the grandstands were gone. A Home Depot and the Cameron Estates housing community took their place. But one connection still remains. The address, 755 Hank Aaron Drive, a number that still means home run to me. Type it into a map today along with West Palm Beach, and you'll see the Home Depot. The diamonds are gone now, but if you look closely, the outlines still remain. Sort of faint, like chalk after a rain. Now, I've never been there, but inside Cameron Estates is a lake that traces the edge of one of the old ball fields. I tried my hand at Google Earth and was able to pinpoint where home plate sat on each field and line it up with a modern map. The ghosts of this game don't fade. We know that. But sometimes they do change form. Just so you know what used to stand here, back in 1963, the ballpark held 4,300 fans, and by 1986, it had grown up to 5,000. The fences were 330 feet down left and right field, and it was 405 feet straightway to center, all laid out on natural grass. Now, I certainly don't want you to trespass or do anything illegal, but you can still walk some of the grounds, both virtually and in real life. And if I'm allowed, I'll take you there in a future episode. West Palm Beach waited 20 years for spring baseball to return. In 2017, the ballpark of the Palm Beaches opened. Now, Cacti Park is coincidentally shared by two teams, the Houston Astros and the spiritual descendants of the Montreal Expos, the Washington Nationals. Baseball came back home. But nothing on this ground tells the story of West Palm Beach Municipal Stadium. No plaque, no marker, not even a painted base. West Palm Beach, you've already honored Hank Aaron with his magic number and his name. There are other stadiums and fields in the area that's been honored. Now it's time to mark the field that built the legends. Home Depot, you build homes every day. Some of your customers that buy supplies have the memories of what once stood here, and I'm pretty sure it's a bittersweet feeling going into the store during spring training. Honestly, you did nothing wrong by building here. You helped the economy and gave West Palm Beach more jobs. Maybe you can help West Palm one more time by helping remember what once stood here. Please help keep the memories alive. From the diamonds that disappeared to the ones reborn, these stories remind us that the game truly never leaves us. And before we wrap up, I want to give one more thanks to Skyne the Archer for suggesting this story. If you've got a lost ballpark, a baseball mystery, or forgotten diamond worth revisiting, share it in the comments below. Hopefully we can build history together. Now, I hope I've earned your subscription from this video. And if I didn't, well, maybe next time. But with that, I want to thank you for making it this far with me. And always remember, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and I'll see you at the next stop.